Assalamualaikum and I bid a good day to Professor Yusra Mirza. We are Messrs. Kothai&Kami, which consists of Zinira Muhammad Noor, Nohanum Zaki, Akmal Imran, Kode Suntaraju, and I, Noraina Kamilah binti Zalizan. In this video, we will be presenting our plea of mitigation for the accused, which is Pak Jimin, Pak Jamin. Enjoy the video.
Okay, we are now recording for the plea mitigation. Counsel, whenever you're ready, you can start.
If the court pleases, my name is Noraina Kamilah binti Zalizan and I'll be appearing on behalf of my client Pak Jimin. Alongside me today is my learned counsel Kode Suntaraju. The ultimate objective of the court today is to impose a sentence on my client. The fundamental purpose of sentencing is to foster respect of the law and maintain a just, peaceful and safe society. Also, one of the most important purpose in our case is deterrent, rehabilitation and retribution. Your Honor, may I presume that you are familiar with the facts of the case, or should you be reminded?
Okay, Counsel, just briefly explain the case to me.
In the current case, my client Pak Jimin was arrested on 1st May 2023 at 11:20 p.m. in Jitra, Kedah. After the inspection by police officer, cannabis was found on my client. On 4th May 2023, my client was charged with the offence of possession of cannabis under Section 6 Dangerous Drugs Act 1952 and the offence of self-administration of drug under Section 15, Subsection 1, Subsection A of Dangerous Drug Act. With your permission, I would like to continue with the plea of mitigation.
Okay, Counsel, please proceed with the plea mitigation.
Your Honor, I understand this is a serious matter and my client is under no illusion as to the seriousness of the offence, and this is shown by its continuous level of remorse since the commission of the offence. On the day of trial, Mr. Jimin has made a plea of guilt before this court, and this has saved the precious time of this honourable court from going through a long and lengthy trial. Mr. Jimin's plea of guilt should be in consideration in deciding the sentence, as referring to the case of Sao Soo Kim against public prosecutor, where the Court of Appeal states that a plea of guilt should be treated as a mitigating factor, as it not only serves the country at the great expense of a lengthy trial, but also saves time and inconvenience of many, particularly the witnesses. I would also like to direct the court on the case of public prosecutor against Ravindran, where it provided that it is an accepted rule of practice that an accused person should be given credit or discount for pleading guilty. Your Honor, for your consideration, my client here is a youthful offender aged 20 at the time of the offence committed for the first and second charge. Referring to Section 2 of the Criminal Procedure Code, youthful offender means a person convicted of an offence punishable by fine or imprisonment who is or above the age of 18 and below the age of 21. Moreover, for young offenders, a probation report should always be called before passing a sentence. In the case of Nukiran bin Plea against public prosecutor, it is provided that it is desirable that young offenders who are first offenders should be kept out of prison, if possible. Based on this case, I request Your Honor to consider my client on his age factor as a useful offender, giving weightage to the benefit of the accused and in the long run to the community at large. Your Honor, it is established that the drug type in this matter of dispute, which is cannabis, is a less dangerous drug. Based on the case of public prosecutor against Mohammed Ismail, the drug of a less dangerous kind was also considered in mitigation. His Lordship stated that ganja was not a hard drug and was nowhere near as deleterious or harmful as drugs such as heroin or morphine. Thus, a comparative report on cannabis by the Advisory Committee on Drug Dependence was published in January 1969 by the Home Office in England was referred to, and the report stated that in terms of physical harmfulness, cannabis is very much less dangerous than opiates, amphetamines, and barbiturates. As for my client, the type of drugs involved here considerably amounts to less dangerous drugs. Based on this factor, I humbly request Your Honor to consider that cannabis is a less dangerous drug and impose a more lenient sentence upon my client. Another mitigating factor that I would like to present on your consideration is regarding the weight of the drugs, as has been emphasized in the case of Zahir Shaikh against public prosecutor, where the weight of the drug plays a significant role in assessing the appropriate sentence. Even in the Dangerous Drug Act 1952 itself prescribes different penalties depending on the weight of the drug. As for my client, the weight of cannabis found in my client's possession was a mere 0.16 grams, which clearly indicates that it was not intended for distribution.
Your Honor, I would like to bring to your attention that the accused holds a personal belief regarding the potential benefits of cannabis. The American Alliance for Medical Cannabis, AAMC, an advocacy group, suggests that cannabis may have the capacity to stabilize blood sugar levels, which is crucial for individuals with diabetes. The accused, influenced by such beliefs and statements, firmly believes that cannabis possesses beneficial properties to aid individuals with health issues, including his own struggle with type 2 diabetes from a young age. Therefore, it is important to recognize that the accused's health condition played a significant role in the alleged offence. Suffering from type 2 diabetes placed him at a high risk for developing severe complications such as heart disease, stroke, foot problems, eye disorders, and kidney disease. Hence, the accused's personal belief in the potential positive effects of cannabis combined with his health issues may have influenced their decision-making process and contributed to their alleged offence by the accused. I respectfully request Your Honour to consider the accused's health issues and personal beliefs as mitigating circumstances in this case. But it does not excuse any illegal activities. Understanding the accused's motivation and the challenges he faced due to the health can provide valuable context for determining an appropriate sentence for him. Your Honour, in the case of Mohammed Hashim, family difficulties have been recognized and given consideration. In the situation of the accused is an individual of exceptional intellectual capabilities, as evidenced by his outstanding academic record. He achieved 8 A's and 1 D in the PMR examination before he decided to discontinue his studies due to support his family financially. This illustrates that if the accused were not burdened by the family or financial difficulties, he possesses an immense potential for success in both education and life. Furthermore, it is important to consider that the accused is an orphan and has only one sibling left, which is his sister, and his sister will be left alone and devoid of any family support if the accused is sentenced. The accused and his sister solely rely on each other, and by punishing the defendant, his sister will be left vulnerable and without anyone to turn to, as she has lost her only family member. Therefore, I humbly request Your Honour to take into account these mitigating circumstances in the accused case. The accused's exceptional intellectual abilities and his status as a lone individual responsible for his siblings' well-being deserve careful consideration. It is my belief that leniency and understanding in this matter will not only provide the accused with an opportunity to rebuild his life, but also ensure the well-being of his defendant's sibling. Your Honour, another mitigating factor that we want to highlight is the gap between our client's previous offence and current offence is distant. Following the case of art against goodwill, the court held that honest work between the last conviction and present conviction ought to be taken into consideration. This is supported by the landmark case in Susainathan against PP. The High Court judge held that the gap between the previous conviction and the present offence should be reviewed as mitigating factor. My client's last offence was 3 years ago, and since then he was under observation of Welfare Department for 2 years. During first year, after observation period, he was helping his one and only family member, running a restaurant and work honestly as a food delivery man. Hence, we humbly request Your Honour to take into consideration this mitigating factor, as during the distant gap between his previous and current offence, he is doing an honest work to live with the absence of his parents in his life. Your Honour, as for the second charge, my client was charged by an offence of self-administration pursuant to Section 15, subsection 1, subsection A of the Dangerous Drugs Act. Therefore, with the court's permission, I would like to plead on the point of seriousness of the offence committed. Your Honour, I would like to submit that my client should not be given a maximum sentence, since the offence committed is not that serious, as it only involved self-administration and does not involve another person, nor it was inflicted on another person. Following the case of Ismail Samsudin against PP, the court invariably with Abdul-Ghani against PP. The court ruled that one of the factors to be taken into consideration when sentencing is the extent and seriousness of the offence committed. If the offence committed is to the appellant himself, in the sense that it did not involve another person nor it was inflicted on another person, then a maximum sentence would be considered as harsh and unjustifiable. To relate the principle to my client's case, he only administered the drug to himself, and it is for the purpose of his own health, which is to control blood sugar. Therefore, the court should not impose a maximum sentence to my client, as it will be harsh and unjustifiable to him. Your Honour, in light of explanation and evidence presented, we respectfully request a minimum sentence to be imposed against our client, which allows for rehabilitation and a chance for him to contribute positively to the society.
Okay, Counsel, after hearing the mitigation factors by the defense counsel, I allow the defendant's claim for reducing the sentence of the accused for both charges. The appropriate sentence for the first charge is fine Rm 3,000 ringgit in default of a 9-month imprisonment. Meanwhile, for the second charge, the appropriate fine should be 1,000 ringgit in default of 3-month imprisonment.